Honestly, when I first started my business, I thought if one more person told me to build my email list, I would have to fling a fit. Seriously, what was so magical about an email list? I mean, really? Hi entrepreneurs, I'm Vicky Brown, and you're in the right place if you want to engage your team, boost your business, and grow your leadership muscle. You know, as I started focusing on growing the business, I quickly found out about the amazing value that is your email list. That's because the people on your list are your tribe. They've said, it's okay to continue to stay in touch with me, provide me value, and occasionally make an offer. As Sonny Lenarduzzi says, your tribe is your trust fund. Sure, you may have thousands of followers on one or the other social media platform, but you don't own those names. The platform does. And with one swipe of a keystroke or algorithm change, those followers could go up in smoke. Besides, even under the best of circumstances, these platforms are trying to build revenue. So, the pay-to-play option is becoming even more relevant. Your reach with your audience probably isn't what it used to be, and it's probably considerably less than you would like it to be. An email list puts the marketing power squarely back in your hands where it belongs. So, enough said. Build your email list. But how? Well, there are tons of ways to entice people to join your list. So, since we don't have unlimited time, I'll just list a few. I've grouped them into categories, and the first one up is your website. Most people forget to use this incredibly valuable real estate as anything other than a brochure for their services. But think about it. Whenever anyone is considering your business to help them out, the first thing they probably do is look at your website. If you have killer SEO, your website can even pull in visitors who never heard of you before while they're doing a search. And if the majority of your business comes from referrals, which is very common for service-based businesses, the first thing someone will do when you're offered as a referral is, well, you guessed it, they're heading immediately to your website. So don't waste the opportunity that your website is handing you on a platter. Do an opt-in on the first page and try to steer clear of, please join my newsletter. The opt-in should be something of value, something a visitor to your site would find helpful and maybe even surprising. You might even consider a before you go pop-up that appears when the site detects their mouse heading for the close button. By the way, a quick note of caution here. Don't go crazy with the overlays, banners, and pop-ups. They can easily cross over into the I'm just trying to get information here and all these interruptions are driving me crazy zone. Whenever you put anything on your site, go back and take a look at it all from a new user viewpoint. Is it valuable or annoying? If it's number one, keep it. If it's number two, toss it. Now, having said that, the other website tools you could think about are slide-in banners or putting well-placed calls to action on different pages of the site. It doesn't have to be only on the home page. Try a call to action on the About Us page and the Contact page. And no matter what, your blog, and yes, you definitely should have a blog, should have a call to action. It can be on the side or in the middle, but the blog definitely needs one because often it's the most visited area of your site. And make sure the call to action is relevant and provides additional information or tools or tips. You know, I just realized I keep using the phrase call to action, and some of you may not be clear on what that is. A call to action, or CTA, is when you ask the audience member to do something. In other words, you're calling on them to take action. It's usually a form they have to complete, giving their name and email address, and sometimes other information, in order to get a piece of content, otherwise known as a lead magnet. CTAs and lead magnets are really the worker bees of your marketing strategy. They showcase your expertise and gently persuade your audience to engage with you more regularly via your emails. If you want more in-depth information on CTAs and lead magnets, drop a note in the comments and I'll do a deeper dive on those elements in another episode. And speaking of CTAs, they're not just for your web pages. You should have calls to action for every piece of content you do. They don't have to all be, nor should they be, calls to buy something. but you should offer additional content in exchange for the user's information. Why not create a resource library of some content pieces, tools you like, checklists, and workflows? You could offer a free trial period of your services or have a survey or create a challenge. So, if you do a YouTube video, use a call to action. In your social media bios, include a call to action. When you post on Facebook or LinkedIn or other platforms, use a call to action. It may not always be a call to grab an additional piece of content. It actually might be an invitation to become an insider with access to content that's only available for insiders. But it doesn't stop there. You should have calls to action for any time you're in front of a new audience. Try repurposing your long-form content for Medium and include a call to action. Leverage other people's audiences, also known as OPA, when you appear on a podcast or do some guest blogging or any type of speaking, whether it's in person or virtual, you absolutely should have a call to action. That's how the new audience can become part of your world. You can include a call to action in your email signature. Just make sure it's something graceful and professional, and remember to be a bit picky about when you use it. It won't be right for every email you send. And one other thing people often forget when building their email list: current and former clients and employees. Ask your employees to recommend people for the email list. Then send those people a nice "You have been chosen" introductory email, and be sure it clearly asks them to opt in. You might even consider offering a lead magnet as an incentive. It's bad form, and in the EU it's illegal, to just add people to your list without their permission. So, if you go the "You've been chosen" route, be sure to send the introductory email and get an opt-in before you start sending them marketing emails. You don't have to jump through those hoops for current and former clients because you've already established a business relationship. But for every email, remember it's critical that your contact information is clearly stated and there's an easy way for them to unsubscribe. Which brings me to one of the most important things when building your email list. Choose a solid, professional email provider. It can mean all the difference between your emails being delivered or being resigned to the junk spam bin. Having a good email provider, staying on top of keeping your list clean, and being scrupulous about respecting unsubscribes, that will keep your account in good standing. If you found this information helpful, please subscribe and share. And if you're struggling with how to get your business off the ground and what comes next, check out the Leader's Journey Business Builder. I designed this completely free video series to help you with figuring out who your customer is and where to find her, how to sell without selling, how to package and deliver your service, and much, much more. Check it out by using the link leadersjourneyexperience.com. And that was a call to action. Your inspired leadership is the secret sauce to having a high-performance team and a wildly successful business you'll love. I'll see you next time on Leader's Journey.